Welcome to this episode of Liberty Creek. On this episode, Jen and I are up here again, and we're up here for the long weekend. Monday is MLK. Yeah, what a shocker I had when I got up here. So it's Friday. We had the great idea to drive straight up after work because we love getting up here on Friday nights. But I really hate coming up here in the dark when it's winter because the roads are terrible. There's no lights anywhere. With the new truck, I can see perfectly fine. It is great. So we said, let's do it. It's got really bright lights. We come up here, and guess what? It snowed. I kind of guessed it snowed, but down below, before we do the climb, there was like barely any snow. I said, oh, that's great. Get up here to 6 inches of snow. And my plow guy, he pushed it this time. Usually he has like a big, this time he usually brings the heavy equipment and he just scoops the snow up, picks it up and drops it on that side of my driveway. This time he definitely brought the plow and he just pushed it all. And so I got all gravel and pile of a lot of snow right at the end of the driveway where the gates are. I was unable to open the gates. My truck wouldn't make it over the big hump that was there. I wouldn't have tried it anyway. But tomorrow, maybe I'll try to dig it out a little bit, but not tonight. So a lot of back and forth from the driveway for me tonight. So I already got my workout in. You know, I have to bring the water and, you know, just sodas and the food and the cooler and guess who I have up here with me? That's right. First time in the truck, little Justice is up here. Hi, Justice. So she took her first ride in the truck. She did really good. I picked the seats up, had her laying down in the back. I covered everything with blankets. Hopefully I don't have a bunch of dog hair now in my truck. But yeah, I got my workout. Generator, I had a pull start. That battery has seen its day. Jen's got the cabin warming up. It's 31 degrees outside, 42 degrees already in here. I checked the EcoFlow. I don't have an update for you yet, but my EcoFlow, I left it with the batteries full, and the batteries are still full. So I'm about to kill the generator, start running on the battery power for the night, and I'm going to see if the firmware update is available. I just woke up, taking Justice for a walk. It's raining. Don't eat the yellow snow, kids. I don't know why she just can't find a place to go to the bathroom. Oh my God. She's got to walk over the place, falling everywhere. That's some heavy wet snow. Whew, I wonder if this is wet. Just a little word of advice for all my older subscribers. When it comes to shoveling, be careful. Some of you guys are in top shape. Some of you guys polish off a six-pack every night. Most exercise you get.
is sitting on the couch watching me. But seriously, I had a friend of mine actually pass away. He was a little overweight, nothing crazy. He liked his drink, and he was a really good guy. And one day I got a phone call and I found out he passed away. And I didn't see him for a while. He was an old coworker of mine, but he always stopped by a couple times a year. We were friends, and I couldn't figure out why. So I started reaching out to people that knew him, and no one knew that he passed away because our circle was where we worked. So then I went on his Facebook and I found a random friend that went ahead, that commented on his wall there, and I reached out to him, and he called me and told me that it snowed, and him and his father, I believe, lived together, and he was like in his mid-40s, and he said, time to shovel. Got his clothes on, went outside, grabbed the shovel, made it halfway down the sidewalk, and they found him in the snow. So always keep that in mind. I do, but right now in this stage of my life, I maintain, and I'm good. I'm good physically. I'm good, 100%. And but you never know. But you feel like it's a little too much. Stop. Start hiring someone, or little at a time. Man. Well, I started the fire. I shoveled, put out the flag, took the dog out, and now I'm going to throw some bird seed on the bird feeder, because I see a lot of birds. I don't know what the hell they're eating, but I thought they all supposed to fly away for the winter. But I do see a lot of birds, so let me put some bird seed out for them.
Pops, you say you never see squirrels in Vermont. There you go. folks, so Jen and I are out on an adventure. We decided to go check out Walmart. We've been to the Walmart in Vermont. It's about a 45-minute ride. The streets to get there is a pain in the ass. There was last year we went. This time we were like, let's go to the one in New Hampshire. It's like a 48-minute ride. We're kind of in the center there. And this was such a better ride. It is so nice. Nice ride there. And, you know, there's a lot of snow around. Ooh, look at this firework place, guys.
Yeah, they're legal in New Hampshire, but illegal in Vermont.
Yeah, I've never been a big firework nut. Yeah, we're close to it. We're gonna go check. There's another firework place. Oh, Jesus. Get your fireworks on.
Fireworks, buy one, get one.
Yeah, they're everywhere. So what's cool about being over in New Hampshire, there's no sales tax. So I'm gonna have to stop by, let's see, the liquor store, gonna stop by. I saw a comic book store back there. I will be checking that out. You guys know me. What's this stuff?
Liquor, wine outlet.
Should we stop? Let's stop.
Okay.
We'll swing in here, see if they got one of my favorite liquors is rum.
Turn left. Then turn left.
Called Captain Black. And Captain Black, I believe, has been discontinued. I can't find it anywhere. So I'm gonna run in here, just see what they have. And if they have them, they'll buy me a bottle or a couple bottles. And if not, we'll move on. All right, so we struck out at the liquor store. They did not have Captain Black. We're heading over back to Vermont, and I saw a comic book store. I gotta stop in to check that out. But we did stop at Walmart. We got a couple things, and what I did notice is prices seemed very similar to Connecticut, except for you didn't have sales tax. And I didn't have to pay for plastic bags on the way out. All right, folks, so Jen and I just stopped by this little antique spot, right, Jen?
Yep. Unique antiques and vintage clothing.
This is like the second time we stopped here, and every time I get something, I found a
Viewmaster.
Yeah, Viewmaster. Remember those when you were a kid? I grabbed one of those, and Jen found another little stove, like a display stove. A sales sample stove. Oh, she collects those. Yeah, that was fun. We picked up some sandwiches from the deli down the street. Now we're gonna head home. All right. Okay, folks, me and Jen made it back from our outing. We went to Walmart, we went to the comic shop, we went to the Vermont deli, we went to an antique store and a liquor store. And we didn't get really much of anything. But we made it back, and what I want to do now is I'm going to power down the EcoFlow and turn on the generator. Get Starlink up and going off of the generator and do the firmware update. In order to do that, this is how I have the cabin set up right now. First thing I do is I kill the power here. There it goes. And I'll turn on the generator outlet. Now, not sure if you can see me. This is battery powered. Jen and I made this little light. Battery powered, put a motion sensor little light in here. And it really comes in handy at night when you're using the restroom. Jen just started the fire up. I'm gonna go head out to the utility room, show you what I got going on. Why don't we wait for the morning to put that up? So nothing comes and eats it all. It is snowing. It is beautiful out here. It is that gentle Vermont snow right now, if you can see it. Look how nice that is. All right, so let's go take a look. Let me see, what should I do? Let me go turn the generator on. This is the solar panel for the snack shack. I'm pretty sure the snack shack's dead. It just runs a camera, but it was covered up pretty good. So we're gonna come over here. Hopefully it doesn't stay too windy. Put the old Predator on start. That's the remote control. If I want to turn it or shut it off by remote, turn off the Eco, hit the start. As you can see, my battery is totally dead now. Definitely gotta go and grab one. It's not even charging. Usually if it dies, you run the Predator for a couple hours, it'll charge it back up. The battery has seen its days. Too many cold winters. So what I'm gonna do is gonna go ahead and grab the pull cord. Just give it a yank. And it starts right up. It always does. This is one of the best generators I ever had. Look at these two. Now we're going to step it up here to the run position. Once you hit the run position, just go ahead and put the Eco on, and now it'll just send out basically the power it needs to power everything that is on. Right now it's on, but the breaker's off, so it's not feeding into the house. Now it's not feeding into anywhere. We're at 34 and this is at 56. As soon as I do the firmware update, I'm going to go ahead and charge that up. All I do is plug it into the wall now and it will start charging. And there it is. It's showing me it's at 43%. I should bring my glasses. So I click on it. I'm not sure if he'll tell me. Starlink should have been, kicked on by now, and the EcoFlow should be connected to the web. Alright, so let me go ahead. I'm going to hit the settings button in the corner. Show me all my settings. If I go down, boom, firmware, where there is a little. So now I click on this little red button and it's going to give me what the new version is going to do for me. So this is crazy. So its current version is 1.01.67 and the newer version is 1.0149.49. Sounds like it's definitely stepping back a version. So I'm going to hit the update, and it's upgrading as we speak, hopefully. Yep, we're at 5%. Not sure how long it's going to take. It is hooked up to Starlink. I just checked. Got scared for a minute. I'm like, oh my God, is this trying to pull it off the cell towers? Because it does not have a good connection to our cell towers. But it is hooked up to my Starlink. And we're at 9% now, 10%. So I'm not going to go out there and fix the solar panels today because it's starting to get dark and there's no sun. So tomorrow morning what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out, I'm going to link all the solar panels back together, plug in the EcoFlow and see if it grabs a little bit of, all I need is a little bit of sun to see if it's pulling any wattage. If I just get one, I don't care if it's even just 1 watt, I know it's working again. It's going to take a little bit, I think. We're at 14%. Stop snowing. That was the real. Vermont has different snow. Jen always told me that since we were for years now. She went up one time to her friend's cabin. She came home and she's telling me, "Oh, Vermont's got the prettiest snow I've ever seen." Blah 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 blah. It's just different snow. And since we've been up here, she always tells me every time it starts snowing, she's like, "It's so much prettier than Connecticut." And it is. The flakes fall at a different type. It's a different rate. It's just different. Yeah, you would have to see the two to understand. Oh, jumped up to 53. Tonight, Jen and I are going to probably watch, I think it came out today, the series True Detectives. It's on HBO. I love thrillers like that. And let's see, they had, I think this is like the 4th season, but it's not like linked to each other. They're totally different storylines, totally different detectives, and I enjoyed all 3 stories. And they usually get some pretty big actors to play the detectives, and this time it is Jodie Foster, so it should be interesting. So I can't wait to start watching that. I watched Reacher this morning. I like that series. It's very entertaining, a little far-fetched. If you guys follow me, you know I hate far-fetched. I just cannot watch. I know what people say. It's only a movie. It's a movie. Yeah, I understand it's a movie. So when I watch Star Wars, I get it. It's science fiction. But when I watch something that is a movie, but it's based on, it's just unbelievable, unreal. Unless you're going way over the top, like John Wick. John Wick goes way over the top. That guy would have been dead. I don't care how bulletproof his suit is, he would have died. But I could get with that because it's supposed to be over the top. I don't think Reacher's supposed to be over the top, but it's right on the borderline of over the top. So I do like it though, because there isn't much on TV anymore. Oh, it's snowing again. It's snowing good now. 99. Here we are. 100% upgrade was successful. I don't know if that's an upgrade. Sounds more like a downgrade. I don't know if you can see. I plug this in like so. Now this kicks on. You should see it start. There it goes. And I hear my generator kick on. And it's charging. It says it's going to take 5 hours. That's not going to happen. You'll see it start dropping. It'll probably take about 2 hours running off the generator. I don't know if you can see it over here. This thing keeps the mice away. So, boo. So it looks like it's going to take about 2.5 hours. That's fine. We'll run off generator, and then I'll go ahead and change it back over. All right, folks. So, oh my God, I brought my EcoFlow out right to the solar array. Pain in the ass. I hooked it directly into one of the panels, one that has sun on it right now, and it is showing 0, nothing, not 1 watt. It is not getting anything. I'm gonna wait, see if it'll get a full blast of the sun, just to rule stuff out. Everything is freezing out here. The plastic releases, they're impossible to push. I'm breaking my fingers trying to get them apart. I'm breaking them trying to get them apart. So, but I really just want to see what the hell's wrong with this thing. But as of right now, after the firmware update, I'm not getting anything. This is right now, there's no, of course there's no sun right now, but a minute ago there was. It's behind a cloud, if you can see it. So I'm gonna wait till that cloud gets out of the way and get a blast of the sun. It's on this third panel, because this is the only panel I could get apart. That third panel with a little snow on the bottom, I can't remove it. It's frozen on. It's got to warm up. But if I could get anything to show on the EcoFlow. You see, I dragged it all the way out here. I busted my ass on the ice carrying this 100-pound thing. Let's see what happens. Now we just wait for the sun, but I'm not seeing anything happen. And this should definitely show me something. My birds are loving the bird seed. They're pissed over here because I have another box right there, and they're afraid to come over, so you can hear them squawking and carrying on, saying, "Get the hell away. You come out and feed us, then we can't go over there." Come on, the clouds are moving. All right, let's see what happens. There it got almost peeked out. Oh, there's some sun on it. Should be getting something. Let's take a look. Oh, there it goes. All right, let's see what this is showing us. So if we look, showing us 0.
0. Everything's 0. It should be getting something. There it is. That third panel's in pretty much sun. See what we're getting here. Nothing. So that confirms it. What I'll do for next time I come up. Oh, there's a good blast of sun. Whew. So, yeah, sun is fully out now. Still nothing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not the panels. But what I'm going to do next time, I'm going to grab myself a different panel altogether. Maybe a Harbor Freight or something like that. Put a connector on it. And I am going to see if that works. Or maybe I'll borrow my buddy's. He's got a bunch of the EcoFlow portable panels. Borrow one of those. Bring it up, slap it on. Just to roll out any of the wiring, any of the panels, just to see. And I still get 0 watts. It's the unit. It's the firmware update, whatever they did. And now they've tried to bring it back. I don't know what happened, but I got a battery. Nothing else is working. So let me carefully put that back into the room. I'm going to have to use the generator, charge my batteries, run off of my batteries, charge my batteries, run off my batteries. But I cannot charge them with the sun or my array. And it's really unfortunate. This is really aggravating. All right, it's cold. Everything's cold. I came out, set up 2 steel plates. I want to test fire my buddy's M&P Smith & Wesson 40 compact. I believe it's generation 1. Got a brand new slide on there and got new sights. So I just want to make sure everything goes pew pew when you pull the trigger, just in case. You know, have some old rounds we're going to pop off here, and just to make sure if you ever did need to use the weapon, it actually fires. Whenever you make like a barrel change, anything crazy, make sure you pop it off before you use it as your everyday carry. Anything, new slide, and I would say anything, even new magazines. Before you put that new magazine in, go to the range, pop it off a couple times. Last thing you want is like need to use your weapon and you have a malfunction because something's wrong with the magazine. All right. That being said, let me throw a couple rounds down range and we'll see what happens. My nose is running. It's cold outside. The sun just popped up. Let's see what I can do. That's not good. All right, so fire pin's not going click. I'm gonna take it in, take a look at it, break it down. Again, I did not assemble the firing pin because it was assembled when the sights were put back on. This may be an issue. I'm gonna go in, see if I could take a look at it, see if I could get it to go bang. Okay. So, went in the cabin, broke it down. It looks like the plunger is very tight. It's not setting off the firing pin. I put a lot of lube on it. I got it to start dry firing. So, reassembled and see, I think it just needs to be seated and worn and really shot a bunch of times. And we'll see what happens now. Let's see if I could get it to actual fire. Much better chambering. All right, I think we're back in business now. All right, 2 for 2. It's very icy on my little shooting range today. It's starting to snow.
Yeah, I definitely had a couple misses. But looks like the sights are good enough. Let's see what happens. If you take your time and line them up, you'll hit every time. Start rushing the shot, I don't know where it's going. But yeah, good to go. Looks like you're back in business. All right, what I'm doing now is he had about, I don't know, 10 rounds have malfunctions or double fed or jammed. So I'm gonna shove these back in and try to shoot them off again. It's hard with gloves sometimes. Oh, yeah. This will be it. Also, this is old ammunition. So I don't know how old, but could be the problem as well. Let's see if we can shoot. I think there's about 8 in here. Yeah, these fixed sights are unforgiving. I mean, you have to have complete sight alignment, sight picture, where it sails right over the top if you line it up just a little bit wrong, or right underneath. So, sight alignment, sight picture, front sight tip clear, and you'll hit every time. So, sights are good to go. I shot all 8 rounds. That gave me trouble. So, I think it just needs to maybe get broken in a little bit, but it'll shoot. Now, I did buy 2 new Glock magazines for my Glock 45. I do want to run about 20 rounds, blow through both of those mags, just to make sure the mags don't give me problems. Always the part that sucks the most when you're shooting, especially when it's very cold out. Yeah, you can't wear your gloves. So, this is my Glock 45 9mm MOS Gen 5. Yeah, I think so. Jeez. First time. These are Glock mags. Let me see how they shoot. This is my end of day gun. Love my Glock. All right, so I came in. I actually just showered with the the frozen water that Jen collected from the porch roof. Want to address one thing. We had a couple comments. They want to see more Jen. Have Jen talk more. Blah, 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 blah. Jen, it's tough to get Jen to participate in my madness on YouTube. She's there. She's always in the background, always chiming in with her little 2 cents. But we probably will return. Some of you miss it. It wasn't super popular. It had to pick up some more traction. But Cocktails Before Dark. We may have Jen return and be the bartender on a Friday nights once a month or something and whip us up some cocktails to try. Some people really like that series, and I've gotten emails and comments and private messages, bring that back. We want to try some new things. Another thing recently was we have an off-grid cabin, or we go away for the weekend camping, and we always struggle with the meals. Can you share what meals you have up at the cabin when you're up there? Absolutely. Usually you see me showing off what Jen's cooking me. In the summertime, you'll see the Snack Shack open. But we also want to start, once the Snack Shack opens and Jen's cooking, is maybe just an episode showing us preparing our meals for the weekend, or, do something like that. Last night, I felt a little hungry and she made me a quesadilla. And we watched, what did we watch last night? The something flowers with
Flowers of the Moon.
Flowers of the Moon.
I don't know what the hell was.
It was something like that. It was with
Leonardo DiCaprio.
yeah, and Robert De Niro.
Actually, there was a lot of people.
A lot of people were in there. Let me tell you, all the actors, Class A act. It was very well done. The story was told very well, but it could have had a faster pace, and it was long. And we didn't mind because we're just chilling out here in the woods in the snow with the fireplace roaring, and it was a good story. We're listening to a little educational and interesting story, but it could have wrapped up much, dragged out. I don't like movies like that get dragged out. And long story short, for me, and I'm a big movie fan, most of you guys know that, that's a one-time deal, one-shot deal. I watched it, I got it. I don't need to see it ever again. Some people are saying, oh, it's the greatest movie ever. It's just as good as the book, blah, 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 blah. I probably would have never read that book. But it was interesting. I believe it's supposed to be based off a true story. And with that being said, I ate my quesadilla. This morning, wash and repeat. Egg, sausage, and bacon. Justice loves my leftover bacon. Right, girl? We ain't going down there. And now Jennifer is cooking us some soup for tonight. Some chicken noodle soup. Homemade. I should have got her all cut and everything up. But right now it's on here. I don't know if I could pick it up. Might be too hot. No. Woo! There it is. Oh, man. You can smell that. We need smell-o-vision on here. Smells delicious. So that's going to simmer on there for a while. Jen and I are now running out to the store. We just want to go out. We were in the cabin for hours yesterday, but we enjoy it. We enjoy each other's company. It was great. But, we don't want to just sit in here for another whole day. So we're going to run out for about an hour and go to Twice Blessed just to walk around. Maybe I'll stop by that bakery and get a snack or dessert for tonight. There's that neat little bakery not too far from here. Maybe this time I'll get the name of it. And yeah, so stay tuned. We'll probably have another series or just episodes of Jen cooking, preparing our meals, showing what we ate during our weekend getaway up at the cabin, to give you ideas and how to prepare certain meals. And really, cocktails before dark. And maybe you'll get to see Jennifer more and make her talk. Yeah, okay. Let me get on the road here. Tonight is that new, I thought it was last night. That's how we ended up watching that other movie. I'm going to watch True Detective. I think this is the 4th season. I may be wrong. I'm almost positive it's the 4th season. Like I said before, I love series like that. It's a series, so like a thriller detective series, and they always got good actors out on the episodes, and they're not linked. They're all different stories, different time frames, and check it out. Maybe you like movies like that. All right. Anything else? Never, nothing else from her. All right, folks. So Jen and I made it back. I stopped by the bakery. I had the most delicious sticky bun. Woo! It's definitely not on the diet, but you know, you gotta have a couple cheat meals. The cabin smells amazing. Jen's making that soup. We came back. It was sitting on the wood burner stove and just simmering. Woo! Yes. So we'll be eating that. Justice is eating her little dinner over there right now. She's using one of those bowls that, if you were following me, you see that I picked that up from Lowe's for $10. It was going for $50 all Christmas. And then about, I don't know, 2 weeks after Christmas, they were selling them for $10. So we grabbed 2. I put up a short, but it was nice out. We went to Twice as Blessed. We came out and it was like a blizzard. It dumped about 1 inch of snow on us, and it's still going, but it's only supposed to dump 1 inch. So I'm not worried about getting like snowed in. But we came out, right, Jen? And it was, we couldn't even see the truck. We're trying to walk in the parking lot and it's just hitting you in the face. And the drive home was slow. It took me a long time. And we seen one bad accident. You couldn't see in front of you. So maybe you saw a car if it was about 15 feet in front of you. And we kept our distance and we just followed that car and was cautious. And you know, a lot of these roads, you need speed to get up them. And you have bad tires, you're not getting up them. And what we believe happened, you always get these couple people that have, like, you know, they think their truck could go through anything. And it had this Ford that was coming this way at a pretty good amount of speed, way faster than he should have been going, and had people coming this way. So you had a line of people coming up to the mountain, Mount Snow, and a line of people going away from Mount Snow. And there was no middle line, and 2 cars collided. The Ford F-150 lost its entire front tire, came off, crashed. The other car crashed in the side rails, and it looked like about 3 cars on that side crashed into the back of the Ford and crashed into each other, and 3 cars on this side crashed into each other. And I was the front car at that time. In the car I was following for miles pulled over. It didn't want to be the front car anymore, so I was the front car. And I was lucky enough, the accident just happened, but the cars that were following the Ford on this side actually went around them, and the front vehicle flashed me. So I was like, uh-oh, what's going on up here? And usually they flash you in Vermont if there's a cop up there. So I was like, slowed way down. As soon as I took that corner, there's the line of cars all smashed up, the tire in the middle of the street, debris everywhere. I had to drive over it. I was hoping I didn't get no punctures in my tire. But it was kind of hairy too, because when I was driving by the truck, it was like a big Cadillac or something, SUV. It was on a turn. So I'm like, oh man, something's coming the other way. No one's warning them. But, you know, we rolled the dice. And I came around the corner and no one was there. And we got the hell back home safely. Oh, there's my story about crazy people out there driving like a knucklehead in a storm. It has lightened up. It's still snowing. But I'll tell you, man, you couldn't see anything. Got to be prepared. Check your tires. Every year I see these people, and it pisses me off because it makes me late for work or causes accident. You get on the highway and they still think they could drive at 80 miles per hour, and it's these little shitmobiles with no tread, and next thing you know, a quarter mile up, they're in the ditch and they're holding the whole 95s all backed up because everyone's got to look. Oh my God, let me show you what's going on out here. I don't know if you can see it, but the birds are still eating the little bird seed block over there. And then they're still visiting my little bird seed bird feeder over here. Now the wind's died down pretty good. I got the generator going. They're charging up the batteries. They're charging up my solar system that doesn't work off the sun. Thanks, EcoFlow. So, yep, we're done from our adventure. Coming back, we're gonna pretty much soon it's gonna be getting dark. I think it's around 4, maybe 4:30. So it's gonna get dark. And another successful day at the cabin. We really had a good time. We enjoyed ourselves. We just love it up here. It's just me and Jen relaxing, going out on our adventures, maintaining the property. We love all of it. We love all of it. I didn't get around to doing the insulation. I'll probably do that next time I'm up here for the utility room. One reason is I definitely want to get some caulking or something, because I want to fill up a couple cracks, because somehow that mouse got in. I don't want the mouse in there and making homes in my insulation. So I'll be working on that next time I'm up here, and testing, trying to get my EcoFlow to work when I'm not up here, so I can still have the cameras running. That is just, oh, I can't tell you how mad I am about that. I could see if it didn't cost me what it cost me. But what it cost me, man, that shit should not be a manufacturing problem. And I really truly believe it is. It was ever since I did that firmware update. So I'm gonna reach out to them again, tell them that I did the firmware update and I'm still not drawing any wattage from my solar. None at all. And I'm also gonna bring up another solar panel next time, just to see. You never know. It could be something on my behalf, but I don't know what. I hooked it directly into a single panel, and the sun was shining on that single panel. Woo! So, all right, folks. So I'm gonna go inside now and enjoy the cabin, hunker down, get ready for some soup and sandwiches, and get ready for True Detective tonight. I don't know why it's coming on so damn late. You know my bedtime's 10. You can't have that shit coming on at 9 o'clock or 9:30. Oh, pain in the ass. I'm happy the birds, there's a bunch of birds right now on the little bird feeder. Yeah. All right. Fun, fun, fun. All right, so it is Monday morning around 10:30ish, Martin Luther King Day. Jen and I have it off. I don't know if you can see that, my solar panel that's going to the snack shack. I tied my bucket around it because it keeps blowing off the porch face down into the snow, and I come back and my snack shack is out of power. So to what I said at a previous video, and I got a lot of backlash, a couple emails, a couple instant messages, and just a couple comments that basically my 4,000 subscribers, or close to it now, watch me because I have an off-grid cabin. I beg to differ. I don't think if I went online I would lose 5,000 subscribers, because that's not, if you follow me, that's not what it's about. You know, it's me building a cabin in the woods. Yes, at this time it's off grid. Can I bring electricity in? I probably could. I have to see how much it would cost. And basically what I would have is, you know, you hit a light switch and the stuff comes on. I don't have to worry about the generator not starting, worry about, you know, the batteries not being topped off. And then if something happened, if the grid went down, I would have my backup solar. And then if something happened to my solar, I would have my backup generator. But at this point, nothing's working, you know. This morning I had a hell of a time getting my generator started. I love the Predator, you know that if you're a subscriber. The Predator is a beast. I have 2,000 hours on that thing now. But the problem was the door shut last night, so it overheated. And this morning the battery's dead. 2 years. I think I've had that thing 2 years, 3 years. And these cold Vermont winters are unforgiving to batteries. And so that battery is not holding a charge at all. I was able, when it was like, I think yesterday it got into like maybe 40 degrees. At 40 degrees, and it was running for a while in the morning, it charged it and I was able to start it before it got too cold. This morning when it was 8 degrees out, it didn't start. Right now it's charging up my EcoFlow, but the spare battery will not charge because it's too cold. It kills me. So that leads me into one of my next projects, is probably insulating that room. I bought the insulation. I didn't want to do it this weekend because I noticed a little mouse in there, and I want to make sure I seal up any holes before I start throwing insulation on the walls. I think I see the crack they're getting into, and I'll fix that, put up the insulation, and they're plowing. I can hear the plow. And I'm really thinking about having that diesel heater, the little diesel heater, and see how that works out. Keep that room above freezing. And so if my solar array ever does start working again, I will be able to maybe expand a little bit on the batteries and last the entire weekend, even in the winter. I'm not sure, but the only way to find out is if EcoFlow stops breaking my generator and gets it going again. I sent the email, told them that their upgrade didn't work, their firmware. So we'll see when they answer, see what they say. It's really frustrating. Also, you could look forward to one of the upcoming videos. I don't know right away, but we decided on the floor. We're going to go with a plywood floor. We're going to rip it in strips, probably wide strips of like a foot. And we're going to put plywood down for flooring. Cheap. The plywood would be flexible for some of the spots that are uneven. I will try to even the floor out a little bit, but I know that's not happening in the center. So I think plywood flooring is going to be the way to go. I wish I could go another route, but it's not going to happen. It's just my floor is a little too uneven in the center, and I already tried, went down the road, bought other materials, tested it. It's not going to work, folks. I think the plywood strips will be the best. It'll look fine. We'll stain them, we'll put some polyurethane on it, and we'll throw some big area rugs around. It'll be fine. It's our cabin in the woods. We got a little critter living in my little woods pile over there. You see a little feet print going in. That being said, this come spring, I might inquire about hooking up to the grid. And again, I know I got the backlash, but it is what it is. Someone commented and said, "Oh, you'll lose all your subscribers." This is a hobby. I don't make no money off of it to worry about if I could close this channel tomorrow. I just have the channel just as a hobby. I like to share what I do out here with my friends and family, and it was a challenge. Someone said I couldn't do it, and I said, let me give it a try. I bet you I could get 1,000 subscribers and monetize my channel, and I did. And so it's fun. But that being said, that's all I got for you. I can't think of anything else. Whew. Well, thanks for listening to me talk about the plans of this year coming up. You know, we're going to have the 2 sheds right here. That's coming up. I don't know when I'm gonna start that in the springtime. I'll be getting rid of some of these trees right here, and we'll start work on that. So we have a busy year ahead of us, and the finishing of the cabin, I'll probably skirt in the cabin as well. So stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that, and I'll see you all on the next one. Stay safe, stay warm. Peace.